You're watching the 2020 SCAC Spring Media Days. Today we're taking a look into the Austin College baseball program. The Roos coming off an 8-25 season a year ago, 4-14 in SCAC play. Austin College will once again be led by head coach Mike Ramsey along with senior first baseman Justin Alphonse. Coach Justin, thanks so much for joining us today.
Hey, glad to be here. Thanks for having us.
Coach, you're going into your 5th season. What are the biggest challenges you face when trying to prepare a team for a new year, and how do you attack those challenges in order to try to hit the ground running at the start of a new season?
You know, the things that we've managed to accomplish over the last 5 years, going into my 6th spring, this spring is, we've got guys hitting the ball really, really well. We're going to score some runs. We tend to do that offensively pretty well. I think it still manages the game has to be determined from the pitching mound, and so we're continuing to develop our pitchers.
Justin, going into your senior year, how you've seen your career, take shape. Your ABs have grown every single season, including over 100 last year as a junior. But what feels different this year in terms of your role as a leader? You're a part of a solid group, a 7-senior class group. How are you sort of approaching this as a class as you head into this senior season?
As a class, I'm focusing on trying to get us to have a lot of chemistry together. We want to go out there. We know that we can compete with everyone. Even last year, we were able to compete, stay in games with even some of the better teams in the conference. So as a senior, I'm looking to bring everyone together and come together for one goal, and that's to win the game.
Coach, the lineup is going to look slightly different going into this year, especially with the loss of Brett Taff, a guy who earned first-team All-SCAC and All-West Region honors a senior ago. How do you see this lineup taking shape? Where do you find that you'll see strengths with this group as you head into the year?
You know, we've always relied on a couple of young freshmen, young players to step in and help us, but we've got a pretty good core. We had a couple of JUCO guys transfer in that I think are going to be helpful. It's going to be hard to replace a Brett Taff, and I think we all know that, but I also know that everybody's going to be losing good players, and when that happens, you've got to have a fill-in guy, and so I'm pretty confident in what we've got to be on the field. I think we'll be pretty solid defensively.
Justin, you're coming off a season last year as a junior in which you set career highs in at-bats, runs, hits, walks, average, and on-base percentage. What have you continued to work on, though, over the course of the offseason through this fall to continue to get better as a hitter? And when you're comfortable at the plate, what's working well for you?
Over this offseason, I've tried to shape up my body a little bit better, be quicker around the bases, quicker on the field, quicker hands, to be able to just be overall better at the game. Whenever I'm comfortable at the plate, I'm definitely seeing the ball well, like you just said. I'm able to see spin. I'm able to be able to predict most of the time what the pitcher's throwing from studying the game. And the game just comes easy. You don't really have to swing too hard. You don't have to think too much. You just see ball, hit ball. And that's how I feel when I'm comfortable at the plate.
Coach, you talked a little bit about the importance of your pitching staff in terms of the team's success. Last season, you used a staff that saw 11 guys throw 10 or more innings for your team. How are you kind of seeing this staff take shape heading into this season, and what is kind of your philosophy when it comes to putting together a pitching staff?
Well, obviously everything we have to do here at Austin College, it starts with the academic side, and so we've got to have good quality academic kids that come to school here. And then when we start dividing out by positions, we work really, really hard to try to recruit the best pitching we can find. I threw a couple of freshmen last year. 2 or 3 freshmen started a lot of games last year for us. 2 of those guys are coming back. We've added a few guys to the staff that we're excited about. We're continuing to develop our arm care program so that we can get those guys kind of up to speed. We're going to throw a lot of guys again this year, and really it's about getting the job done. If there's one area that I try to recruit pretty heavy on, it's the pitching, because you just never know what you're going to get once we start playing and get between the lines. And so that's kind of our challenge, and those guys have accepted the challenge, I believe, and I think they're excited and encouraged to get started this next week.
Finally, Justin, wrap things up with you. You've talked a little bit about your role as a leader and one of the seniors on this team. You've talked about how you've grown as a player individually. When you've had conversations now with your teammates about some of the goals and expectations of this year, what have those conversations looked like, and what are some of those goals as you head into this 2020 season?
Some goals that we've talked about is just giving all that you have on the field. These might be the last 4 years, last 2 years, even for me, my last year on the field, so you want to go all out. And one thing I've noticed with this team, this young team that we have, is that work ethic. I've seen a lot of work ethic, and it's increased over the past 4 years I've been here. And it's time to make a change. So the goal is for us to go out and win every day and compete. Score runs, throw strikes.
Coach, finally to wrap things up with us, this season is successful if what plays out on the diamond with your team. What are you looking for from this group as they continue to take steps in the direction as you build your program there in Sherman?
It'll all start on the bump for us. If we can throw strikes, I think hitters get themselves out most of the time. And I think, like I said, I think we're going to score runs. Our goal is to again hit as above 300 as a team. We've done that the last couple of years, I believe. And that's encouraging. So I really feel like that if our guys throw well and we can keep from giving away free things, free bases, that kind of deal, we want to take advantage of that stuff. We kind of want to be a miser when it comes to giving that stuff away. So that's really, I think, how it's going to start. We've got great kids. I've got a couple of kids. 4 or 5 guys are graduating this year, and I got a pre-med kid and a couple of physics guys, and Justin here is an international business major. We're excited about that stuff too. Every year it's fun to watch guys come through the program to get to graduate and go on to their next step in their life. And so very proud of that fact of our team as well.
The Austin College baseball program, again, the Roos, will head into the season under the leadership of head coach Mike Ramsey, along with senior first baseman Justin Alphonse. The Roos will open up the 2020 campaign February 7th when they take on Ozarks. Coach, Justin, thanks so much for your time today, and best of luck as you head into the season.
Thank you.
Thanks, Russell. We'll see you later.
See you.